me ask you a question. Before you became a caregiver, you certainly had times in your life when you were stressed because a situation arose, such as having to be an appointment, and you walked out to the garage to find you had a flat tire. How did you manage that issue? How did you reduce that stress? You may have used one of these solutions. Ask a nearby relative or neighbor to borrow their car, or you called to change your appointment. We call these types of solutions problem-focused forms of coping, where we use practical problem-solving skills to manage stressful situations. It requires that we identify what is the exact problem and think of clear, actionable steps to reduce or resolve it. But the most important thing about problem-focused coping is that we should only use it when we have control of the situation. You had control of how to handle the flat tire and the appointment, so it was an appropriate coping style to use then. The same method can be used to help us caregivers to reduce and manage the stress in our lives. Let's consider a problem that a caregiver might face. Patrick is a 69-year-old widower who is dying of colon cancer. He comes to live with his daughter, Donna, but before he is discharged from the hospital, Donna needs to arrange for a hospital bed for him to use. However, when faced with the task of finding the equipment, Donna was overwhelmed. She thinks, how do I locate a bed? I've never done this before. Donna needs to think of this problem as she would if she had a flat tire. One problem-focused approach would be to contact her family doctor's office to ask for a referral, or call a neighbor whose mom had lived with them after surgery to ask where they got a hospital bed. Here are some common problems that often occur in caregiving and some resources available to help us caregivers solve these problems. First, if you are worried about the symptoms of your loved one's disease, educate yourself on the health issues. Many nonprofit organizations such as the Alzheimer's Association or the American Cancer Society have excellent websites that can reduce our anxiety by providing us with information on these diseases. We can also call these organizations for information. Next, if you have questions about what you read on the internet, make a list of questions to bring to the next doctor's appointment. You might want to contact their office ahead of time with these questions. This way, the staff will have some notice about items that are bothering you. Do you find you never have time to run the errands you need to? Use respite care services. Plan temporary care for your loved one provided by others. It can be in-home respite care, which is very popular as a temporary caregiver comes to your home, or ask other family members or friends to come over. There are also adult daycare facilities for those with dementia. This can help you get those errands done and go to your own health appointments. You know, the ones caregivers never have time for? Are you confused about where to call to get help you need? Call 211, which is available nationally. It provides resources and information about your needs, and they can direct you to the appropriate resource. Finally, you also want to find a caregiver support group in your area. For example, there are support groups for those caring for loved ones with dementia, Parkinson's, and cancer. Attend one. You can learn caregiving tips from others in similar caregiving roles. Here's a caregiving commitment you can make to yourself. Think of something in your caregiving role that is an issue, but one that you have control over. Define it, and then think of one solution that would reduce your stress. Remember in the opening scenario, Donna called her doctor's office to find that hospital bed. This video is a part of our Family Caregiver series. In the next video, we will focus on communicating with our loved ones. This is also seen as problem-focused coping, as we can solve communication issues with these tips.